My name is Piper and welcome to my channel. So, this is my first ever YouTube video and I know I'm a bit late to the party of starting a YouTube channel. And by late I mean about 8 years late. But you know, like my mom always says, better late than never. Just do it. So that's what I'm doing here today. I am 21 years old. I live in Chicago. Here with my lovely cat Oliver. I'm sure he'll be jumping up in here to make a cameo any minute now. So here you can find fashion, beauty, lifestyle, travel videos, all that fun stuff. But anyway, thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If you could give this a thumbs up, maybe a comment, click that subscribe button. It always cracks me up how no one ever says click the subscribe button. They always say smash it or hit it. So I'm gonna say click it. And you would be doing me a huge favor. Today, I am going to be showing kind of a collection / review of one of my favorite makeup brands. And as you can tell by the title, that here is Milk. And make sure to stay tuned until the very end because I'm going to be telling you my top 2 products. My favorite Milk products. The top 2 that I would recommend you buy if you're about to make your first Milk purchase. So one of the main reasons that I love this makeup brand is that they are completely cruelty-free. And recently I made the switch from vegetarianism to veganism, and I thought I should, you know, carry that over into my everyday life, not just what I eat. So I decided at that moment that everything I bought from here on out would be cruelty-free and vegan. Now I will admit that I still do use some products that are not cruelty-free. I have a L'Oreal foundation that I really like, but I thought it would be a little wasteful and silly to just throw it away since I've already purchased it. So what I'm going to do is just use up all the stuff that I have laying around that's not cruelty-free, but after that's gone, everything will be. So another reason that I like this brand is the simplicity of it all. According to the website, I can't remember the exact terminology, probably should have wrote that down, but it's something like on-the-go makeup for on-the-go gals. Woo! So the premise behind it all is you don't really need makeup brushes, you don't really need to spend a lot of time on it, it's just kind of throw it on your face and get going. So 2 thumbs up for Milk, and let's get on into it. So the first product I'm going to be talking about / reviewing today is the Concealer Duo. Just kidding, it's called the Coverage Duo. Alright, scratch that. And let's take a guess what shade this is in, shall we? Oh yeah, fair, because I'm pale. The top portion is a little roller ball, and it comes out with kind of a liquidy concealer. And then the bottom half is what they call marshmallow concealer. Now this is very squishy and fun, kind of like the ColourPop eyeshadows, but even squishier. It's kind of cool. Now I wouldn't call this the highest coverage concealer out here, but you know, it gets the job done. I like to use this a lot on days where I'm just lounging around and want that kind of no makeup look. Now at first you might think this kind of dual thing is a little gimmicky, but it actually has some good practical uses. So for example, the top part, like I said, is kind of a liquid concealer that you roll on with this little roller ball. And that's really good for under the eyes because it's pretty moisturizing. You can kind of sheer it out a little bit if you want, but it's also buildable as well. And then the bottom half, this marshmallow concealer, is good for blemishes or just any, you know, redness you want to hide because it's a little higher coverage and it's a little matte. It's kind of like that, it's not as moisturizing, it has kind of a matte finish. So next up on the list here is another concealer. What, you may ask? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. I do not use this as a concealer because, as you can see, it's dark. What I use this for is a cream contour. I have recently discovered the lifestyle of cream contouring, and let me tell you guys, it's changed my life. Before, I had only been using powder contour. And that's cool. That's cool for like winter time, whenever you want kind of a matte look on your face, but it can look a little powdery. So I thought, you know, I've never used a cream contour, I'll give it a shot. So I bought this because Milk does offer a contour stick. It's like a big bronze stick, but I thought it's pretty big. It's like this big around. And I just needed to contour right here and right here, you know. I don't need a big surface to do that. So I thought this would be more convenient. It's definitely more precise, the little circumference of it. But it's the perfect shade for me, and I think for really anyone that's on the lighter side. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's not gray, it's not orange, it's perfect. And it gives a beautiful effect. It's super dewy, but not obviously dewy. It just looks like your skin. People can't tell you're wearing contour. People just think, dang, she got a contoured face, look at her. So it definitely looks like you're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline, maybe it's Milk. I love this, and it's actually very good for traveling because it's smaller than bringing, you know, a big powder bronzer, and a big bronzer big contouring brush. That's what I meant to say. So this is great. You just throw it in your little bag, you got contour on the go. Next up here, we have this lip and cheek stick in the color Perk. Whoop. Oh, it has a very lovely scent of kind of orange peels, maybe mango. I do know that Milk makes a lot of their product with mango butter, so that's probably it. Remember that contour stick I was talking about just a second ago that Milk makes? It's pretty big. This is the size of that, so as you can tell, that's unnecessary. But for a blush, this is a perfect size because it, you know, fits right on your cheekbones. Not cheekbones, on your cheek balls. Apples on your cheeks, that's what it's called. I'll stop rambling, let's get into it. So, the color Perk here is this lovely warm toned pink. Now, I use this on the days that I use that cream contour, which is about 50% of the time. Sometimes I go for a powder day, sometimes I go for a cream day. And on the cream days, this is what I reach for because it is a beautiful color, beautiful scent, and the finish is incredible. It's very, I wouldn't say shimmery, there's not really any shimmer, but it's very dewy and reflective, and you don't even need a highlight when you wear this because it just, the light bounces off your face and you look like a glowy angel. You know, I'm already wearing blush and powder and all that, but I'm gonna throw this on because it's lovely. My downstairs neighbor is playing ukulele, which she does every single day of her existence. I don't know if you guys can hear it. If you can, I apologize, but welcome to the life of Piper Flynn. Okay, so the next product on my list is the shadow liner in the color Trust Fund. That's a fun title. Don't we all wish we had one of those, am I right? Now, I originally got this to use as an eyeshadow stick because I didn't really read the title, which clearly states shadow liner. And according to their website, this is supposed to be used as kind of an eyeliner, you know, hence the shape. And I am not crazy about this product because it is very sheer, almost too sheer. I don't know if that's because I'm using the lightest color available. To really accurately test this product, I need to try maybe a black since it is supposed to be a liner. Like I said about some of the other products, I will use this on a day where I just want a very minimalistic face. You know, if you have a simple face makeup going on, you don't want like crazy eyeshadow, so I'll use this on those days where I go for the no makeup look. But ideally it could be a little more pigmented, and so I'm gonna have to give this one a C+. Okay, and now we move on into the lip portion. So, as you can see, I have two lip products to talk about today, and the first one I'm going to talk about is just called Lip Color. Pretty simple, and it is in the color Name Drop. Shout out to whoever names these products, because I like these names. Anyway, this is just a pretty old red. So I realized long ago that I am not a gal who can pull off the blue-based red. So I always gravitate towards the orange reds, the yellow tone reds, just a straight up orange, you know, that's my thing. And I was happy to see that they did have a yellow based red because I guess their most popular seller is the blue based one, but if you want a warm red like I do, go for Name Drop. So this stuff is incredibly pigmented, incredibly smooth and buttery. I'm gonna try it on for y'all. So right now I have it on pretty intensely, but you know, throughout the day. It will fade a little bit. It does stay on very, very well, I must say. But throughout the day, it'll get a little sheer and you'll just have that washy color. I told you guys he'd be making an appearance. Hello, sir. Oh, sorry, I got lipstick on you. This here is Oliver, and he's my best guy. He's the chillest cat around. Just look at him. What other cat likes to be held like a baby? Okay, he's over it. The next product on the list is the lip marker in the shade Turnt. Seriously, it's called Turnt. That's hilarious. A part of me kind of hopes that these color names are being named by like a 60-year-old woman who's trying to be hip with the kids and name it things like Turnt. And if that's true, that's hilarious and I love you, and your name's probably Linda. Shout out to you, Linda. So anyway, look at this. This is basically a straight up marker, hence the name lip marker, for your mouth. And I will admit, I bought this just for the concept of a marker on your face. I thought that sounded fun. But I was pleasantly surprised to learn that this is a pretty incredible product, and I'm gonna try it on for you. Gotta take off the old stuff. So these may look kind of similar on camera. I'm not sure how it's gonna show up, but as opposed to this one that was orangey red, this one's just a straight up orange, like rubbing pumpkin on your face, and I'm about it. Now this doesn't market itself as a lip stain, but it's definitely a lip stain. It stays on for a good 8 hours unless you're just like going to town on a cheeseburger. It also has a very fine tip, so it's easy to stay inside the lines. The one con I would say to this is it is a little hard since it is a marker. You know, it's not soft to rub on your face per se, but you know, a moment of uncomfortableness is worth the look in my opinion. Oh, before I forget, one thing that's kind of fun about this shade in particular is it kind of changes color throughout the day. Bear with me here. So whenever you first put it on, it's just this straight up orange, but a few hours later as it wears off, the color doesn't fade, but it changes to kind of a pink berry tone. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 lipstick if you look at it that way. Fun stuff. In regards to the scent of these two, this, the first one, smells just like that cheek stick earlier, like the mango oranges deliciousness. And then this one, hilariously, smells just like those scented markers that you get as a kid. This one obviously smells like the orange one. Okay, so last but not least is the Ubami mascara. Now the fun thing about this mascara is the wand. It has kind of a triple ball effect going on. I definitely like this mascara. It is not the best mascara I've ever used, but it definitely gets the job done. It is on the drier side, if that makes sense. It's not a bad thing, it's just a little drier. It doesn't have that wet, shiny look when you put it on. Oh, Oliver's granted us with his presence again. But if you're a fan of the dry texture, which I know some of you guys probably are, then you will definitely like this. And it also leans more on the side of a lengthening mascara than a thickening mascara. So there's two scenarios in which I'll use this. The first one, like I said, on those no makeup days when you don't want to be wearing, you know, like bam mascara, you just kind of want a nice to wash of color. I'll use this, maybe just one coat. And then the other scenario is when I wear, you know, I'll put on a thickening mascara first and then I'll top it off with this because it is hands down the most separating mascara I've ever used. So I think that is the big selling point for this. It's almost kind of like using a comb on your eyelashes because it is very separating and very lengthening. So I like to use this as kind of a topper. And it doesn't say a color, oh just kidding, it's called Inked. I think maybe they have a blue or a brown as well, but this one's just the standard black Inked. Okay, so that is the end of my Milk collection, and if I were to recommend only 2 products to you guys from everything I've tried, those 2 would be, drumroll please, the cheek stick and the concealer stick, used as a contour stick. Like I mentioned, I do love the lip products and the mascara and the concealer, but you can find stuff like that at a cheaper price and maybe the drugstore, just another brand. but these two are pretty irreplaceable and I would feel a little bit lost in my life without them. So yeah, if you only had a set amount of money to spend and you want to try some milk products, definitely recommend these. I'll put the link in the description. And that pretty much concludes my milk collection / review. I hope you guys loved it. And like I said, I really would thank you guys so much if you subscribed. I will be uploading every single Wednesday and Sunday. So if you want to see my face twice a week, click that subscribe button. See what I did there? And I will see your faces then. Bye!